Hey everybody, welcome back to some more of the Nuzlocke. It has been a week, I think, since we played last. I haven't had a whole lot of time to stream this week, and unfortunately I won't have a whole lot of time to stream this week. I'm streaming today and tomorrow, but then this weekend is WrestleMania, Saturday and Sunday, so I'm watching that. I don't really keep up with WWE. I watch a lot of pro wrestling that's not WWE, but I do still watch WrestleMania every year, and the Royal Rumble, so I don't know any of the storylines going in. We'll see. I'm sure I'll have a fun time. I don't know, WrestleManias lately have been really hit and miss, but I'm sure at least some of the matches will be really good, you know? Whew, that main event last year was brutal. Oh god, Travis Scott main event. And the crowd goes mild. Alright. You're about to hear a Windows noise. It's me, not you. Alright, that was me. Let's double check our team. We're in the fire gym, and I want to make sure I'm prepared. Okay, so we have Gym Lead as the gym lead. That makes sense. Poco Loco is also kind of my backup here. What are we at so far for Pokédex? 36 owned. I don't even know if we're getting the experience share this run. Okay, I'm gonna fight this guy and just see what level they are. I'm sure I can at least beat one of these safely, but I don't think we're gonna beat the gym leader yet. Like, chat, what's Blaine's team's levels? Does anyone remember? I want to say it's like low 40s, which I don't think we're ready for. Gunther versus Seth? Oh, that'll be good. I don't know what the story is, but like the match will be good. Those are two good wrestlers. Evolve your box and get more mons that way? Yeah, but that's like a lot of grinding to spend into, to getting an experience share to help with grinding. It feels kind of counterintuitive, you know? 47 around? Someone probably just wants to Google that, because I think 47 is too high. I think 45 might be too high as well. I want to say it's more like 43. God damn it. Imprison? Am I right in guessing Imprison keeps me from switching? I don't remember. It keeps failing. Don't hit yourself again. Are you kidding me? Okay, Confusion's a 50-50, right? On if you hit yourself. We just rolled tails 3 times. What are the odds of that? I mean, okay, the odds of that is still probably like similar to a crit, maybe. It is 47? Holy shit, that's higher than I remember. Okay. Keeps you from using moves that both you and your opponent know. That is weird and very specific. Okay, so I need to take into account not just that he could crit me. I also need to take into account if he burns me, then I'm taking damage at the end of the round. I think I should switch. Okay, now I have to switch. Blaine is 40, 42, 42, 47. Okay. Useful in competitive occasionally? Yeah, I would assume that that's what that's meant for. I can't imagine you'd get much use out of that in casual play. Don't you fucking confuse me. Then I'm gonna hit myself 3 times again. We got any mathematicians in the chat? Anyone want to do the odds on hitting yourself 3 times in a row? What is going on? What is going on? That's 5 times. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have just been confused 2 times, and both times I hit myself 3 times in a row. What the fuck are the odds of that? This is one of those things where I'm happy I have it on camera. Don't hit yourself again. Okay, it wasn't 7. It was not 7. At least it was just 6. 1 in 32? Okay. Okay, that's not that crazy. It sucks, but it's not that crazy. It's rarer than a crit. Like 3% for 5 times? Really? 1 in 2. 1 in... Hold on, how many fucking zeros is that? 0, 0, 0, 0. So it's 1,000. Is that 1 million? 1 in 1 million? There's no way it's 1 in 1 million. That doesn't check out, does it? Never mind looking at the wrong move. Okay, I was gonna say, there's no fucking way. Because, okay, so hitting yourself in confusion is a 50% chance, right? So it's like flipping a coin and getting tails 6 times in a row. What are the odds of that? Higher than you think. It seems the guy mentioned was frozen for 20... What the fuck? Hold on. Someone was frozen for 21 turns in a row? What are the... Hold on, what generation was that in? Because freeze works different in different generations. It's 1 in 32 or 3%. Okay. Damn, wait. 1 in 32 is 3%. 6 times is 1 in 64 or 1.5%. Well, it was 6 times. It was in one battle, I got confused 2 times, and I hit myself 3 times each time. So it's probably less crazy than if I were to literally just hit myself 6 times in a row, which I don't think is possible. I think you can only be confused for 5 turns. However, that is still a crazy amount of times of hitting yourself in confusion over the course of one battle, without having a single time within those 6 in which I got a regular attack in to break the streak. That's crazy. Red, heart, or edge? I don't know. Apples or oranges? And plus, I don't even know what you're asking there. Like, who's better? Who's better at specific things? Who's my personal favorite? It better have freeze heals. I see, I always carry my 99 ice heals. If you guys have watched Pokemon X A Journey, or the currently ongoing Pokemon Ultra Moon A Journey. Oh, I love this song. This is Tack Challenge, Kirby Air Ride. Should I go catch a Tentacruel? Or a Tentacool? Whatever shows up, really. God, I hope it's something of a decent level. You know what? I could use a Repel to guarantee it's a decent level, couldn't I? If I put Shadow the Hedgehog at the front of the party... If I put Shadow the Hedgehog at the front of the party... Okay, we have plenty of Ultra Balls. And then I max Repel. Oh, I already have plenty of Repels. Okay. And I have that. Okay, okay. It's just making sure. So we're just seeing you speak and no voiceover. Lol. Love the vids. Thank you. I have done over 5,000 streaming and Let's Play videos where it is not a post voiceover. So if you like this, you have a lot you can go check out. Okay, I want to... Where is it? Come on. It's gotta be near the bottom, right? There we go. Max Repel. So we are very unlikely to run into Pokemon a lower level than us. And I'm going to use that here. Route 20. And I want a Tentacool. Come on, I know things in the level 30s can appear here. What is this? Come on, really? First of all, it feels like that Repel lasted forever. I know Tentacools level 30 plus can appear here. I got into watching your Fallout content. I enjoy it almost as much as your Pokemon content. Thank you. Which Fallout stuff were you watching? Like the challenges or the playthroughs? The game hates you today? Yeah, what the hell is going on right now? Is it because I have high speed? No, speed only has to do with running away, not encounters. Alright, fine. I'll just fight one and it'll be level 5. I swear to God. Okay. Level 18's not horrible. You're currently replaying New Vegas? Oh, I hope you're having fun with that. What kind of character are you going for this time? Lately, the last few times I played New Vegas, I got in with high luck builds and it's very fun. A lot of luck, a lot of endurance, you know? Well, at the center one, I'll take a look at the graveyard. Oh yeah, I should double check the graveyard just to make sure my death count is correct. Because I still kind of feel like I'm forgetting someone. Watching the Fallout 4 very hard playthrough, but I started with all the challenges. That's awesome. Okay, well, we caught Tentacool. Alright, and I will name it after the first name I see in the chat. I'm playing Wrestling Empire? Hell yeah. Love that game. Okay. I look away. I'm looking at Smiling Adam Jensen, which is on my other monitor. That's my wallpaper for my monitor over here. Is I took Adam Jensen and I ran him through the Smile app filter. It's really funny looking. How do I spell that? Exadream. I like that name. It's like Excadrill, but Dream. Not the Minecraft YouTuber who has been caught cheating and using hacks several times now. Wait, Dream. Okay, and then Dream spelled normal, okay. Cool. I did get that right, didn't I? I'm just looking. Yes, I got that right. Sweet. Yeah, you're in. You're a pretty good Pokemon, too. Tentacle's a fantastic Pokemon. Okay. Now, if this was Pokemon Red, I would just walk in there and win the gym. I've shown that before in a challenge, that in Pokemon Red, you can catch a Tentacool from outside the gym, teach it Surf, walk in, and sweep the entire gym, just with the fresh Tentacool you just caught. It's really funny. Okay. Bill, move. Okay, yeah, it's just the 3 Pokemon. The graveyard is Blaze, Z-Man Vader, and Milligirl. Not a big fan of Pokemon stuff, but when it's you playing, I'm very invested. Thank you. What is it about me that gets you invested in Pokemon? Because I'm not, like, a huge Pokemon guy in that, like, I don't keep up with every new Pokemon thing that comes out. Like, that, Pokemon, Champions, I think it's called, snuck up on me. I didn't hear that that was coming at all, and I have not played it. And I've heard it's very buggy right now, so it probably needs a little more time in the oven, you know? But, no, I love Pokemon. I'm just not one of these, like, guys who only plays Pokemon, right? Like, there's a lot of gamers who only play, like, one kind of game, you know? Some Terraria people only play Terraria. Some Minecraft people only Minecraft. Some Pokemon people only play Pokemon games. I never really like that. You know, you look at the playlist section of my channel, I play thousands of games. I fucking love video games. However, Pokemon does hold a very special place in my heart. I grew up playing a whole lot of Pokemon, and I still do play a lot of Pokemon, even outside of just, you know, my job.
I can smash that.
Oh shit, goal, number go up, number go up. Oh, thank you, Sport Nugget. The number does go up, but it only goes up if you send money to me. Oh my god, guys, it's a money train. It's like a hype train, but it's all about money. It's the give me money train.
Bet I can smash that.
Thank you, Shadow the Hedgehog. I bet you could smash that. I really want to level up Gym Lead more. Where can I even grind them, though? There's not, like, good spots for this. Is the best spot for this, like, Cinnabar? Like, right here? No, Eradicate's pretty dangerous. And he might know Pursuit. He could Pursuit me while I'm running. That'd be bad. Okay, idea. If I just need to get a few levels, because I think I need 3 more levels on him. What if I go up here? Apparently I didn't fight this guy. Okay. Has this respawned? No. Oh, right. I think the respawning berry patches are only in the Sevi Islands. Okay, that's kind of a low level. I don't think there's a better cave I could get to right now. Oh yeah, and I never caught a Pokemon in Cerulean yet. And I could surf to the spot to do that now. Chat, what was it? Wasn't there like a special Pokemon I could fish for in Cerulean? If I go outside Cerulean Cave and I fish there? MDB don't go, Millie, don't go to the Balatro mines. You're scheduled for MDB stream. Oh, you have the Balatro song in your head. I have Balatro, and I've hardly played it. I just know that everyone in the planet was obsessed with it for like 2 months. What about the Seafoam Islands? Yeah, I do. I could go to the Seafoam Islands. I haven't done that yet. Hey, Dolphy. Oh, right. This is the song where it's got 3 minutes of nothing at the end. There. I had to manually switch it. Oh, I'm out of surfs. Wanted to play it, but never got around to it. Wanted to play what? Hoping we were playing Newbie Nate. Sorry. I am instead just playing the Nuzlocke. I mean, when you really think about it, Wrestling Empire is a Nuzlocke. Every given match, we might lose our limbs or literally die. I think it's the only wrestling game I've ever played that literally has death. You can die, other people can die, you can die in the ring, you can get dismembered in the ring. The game is fucking nuts. Okay, let me rephrase. It's not the only wrestling game I've ever played where you can die. MDB makes the only wrestling games I've ever played where you can die. Because he has made other games before in which you could die. I'm saying YouTube guy made a song about the game stuck in my head now. Oh, okay. Haven't actually played Balatro. Ah. Was it the MDB game you played recently? My birds still don't like your button smashing. Oh, yeah. That was an MDB game. I mean, all the MDB games have a very similar art style. You can really tell them apart. He definitely has his own style on how he draws the sprites and textures his models, you know? He's got an in-house style. If you're just grinding, wouldn't Poke Tower be better for all the Ghastlies for special attack EVs? Oh. Yeah, that might be true. I'd probably sweep them as well. Not that Poliwrath is going to be very good with special attack, mind you, but... I swear the emulator's running worse in here for some reason. Weird. Oh no, it's smoothing out again. Have you played Hard Time 3? I haven't played it, but I know what it is. Oh. Oh yeah! Sorry, I'm a bad YouTuber. I forgot I'm supposed to say this shit on stream. Don't forget that if you want people to see the stream, you should, fucking like the stream and participate on the poll, because both are engagement metrics. YouTube will not inform my own subscribers that I am live unless enough of you like the stream and participate in the poll. Does it make sense? No, not really. Should they do it that way? No, probably not. Is it stupid? Yes. Is it annoying that my own viewers do not get informed the stream exists unless I pester you to like and do the poll? Yes. I hope I've made it clear that I'm dissatisfied with YouTube and how they handle this. Right, I have 2 leftovers right now. I should probably be equipping these. This could potentially be helpful in the fire gym. So I guess I will slap it on my guys I'm using for the fire gym. Okay, I want... Where's my water stone? I know I bought one. There it is. Sorry, I had to dip out and just got back. My migraine issues are from sitting at a desk all day. Can relate. Neck and shoulder get really tight. My head starts killing me. You have given great stretch advice before. Okay, I'm gonna help you with this because I have similar issues. Now, mine are more severe, potentially, than your average person's when it comes to sitting down all day. Not that I do sit down all day. I get 10,000 steps every day. My streak is like 4 months long right now. It's really good. But I walk a lot, I work out, I have to. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and so these kinds of nerve issues and neck issues and stuff, they're worse for me than the average person. And so I've had to do physiotherapy for this before. This song is so much quieter than the other ones, and it sucks because I love this song. Okay. You need to do a combination of stretches and then strength building exercises to make sure that you're fixing that bad posture that causes the problems in the first place. First of all, if you can be standing up for even just a couple minutes every 20, 25 minutes, do that. It helps. It's not going to fix the problem all on its own, but it's going to help a lot. I like how the game is just insinuating that the Pokemon are no use. It's no use! Shadow the Hedgehog reference, sorry. Or not Shadow, Silver the Hedgehog. Okay, no, this is important. I'm pausing the fucking Nuzlocke for a second to teach you guys about how to maintain your neck health if you sit down all day. Okay. So you are getting neck tension and pain that probably comes up kind of between the spine and the shoulder blade. Likely on your right side more than your left side, but it depends on your posture, but most of you are right-handed. It's probably you reaching out for your mouse, okay? The farther you're reaching out at your desk for stuff on your desk, your keyboard, your mouse, the farther you're reaching out, the more strain you're gonna be putting on those back and neck muscles that are causing these tension headaches. So if you can have any way to have the keyboard and the mouse in a position where your elbows can be farther back, that's going to bring your chest out. That's going to better support your body rather than being in that shrimped out, elongated position that concaves your chest. Okay? Now, there's a lot of things, if you always have that concave posture, that you're going to have to slowly fix over time. A lot of things are going to get tight, right? Your chest is going to get tight. Your muscles in where your shoulder connects to the front of your arm, they're going to get tight. You can stretch those by leaning in a doorway with your arms on either side of the door, and you just lean your body forward and you can stretch that out a bit. There's a lot of little things you can do. The most important ones is, one, when you're getting that really tight shoulder pain and you need some kind of instant relief, a good way to massage that out on yourself is to get a hard small ball, like a lacrosse ball or something. You put it on the ground, you lay down so that it's between your shoulder blade and your spine in that sore area. And as you lay your weight down on it, which might be a little sore, you slowly raise your arm overhead until it's touching the floor behind you, and then back down, keeping it straight the whole way. And you do a few reps of that nice and slow. And that pressure from the ball and you stretching that muscle out and moving that muscle is going to help unknot it. That's going to give you a little bit of instant relief. That's not going to fix the problem long term, but that's your first step, basically. You want to be able to stretch the area out, so doing just like basic neck rolls where you tilt it gently to one side with your posture all perfect as you can be, sternum out, and you roll your head down and along until it's the other way. You're bringing your earlobe to the sky is how you're thinking of it. And then you're rolling your neck along, and you're being kind of gentle with it. You don't want to push this as hard as you can. Some people think that you should also like roll your head back on a neck roll. Don't do that. Rolling from the side to the back is really hard on your neck. You can do stretches where you just, chin to the sky, and those are great. But you shouldn't do a full 360 roll like that. It's too rough on your neck. Chin tucks. Some people think with a chin tuck, you're supposed to like bring your head back really far to make the double chin. That's kind of a different neck mobility drill. What you should be doing is, again, keep your posture really good, shoulders back, your shoulder blades pinched together, and you just double chin by bringing your chin down. You're not bringing your head down, you're not leaning forward at all, you're just tucking your chin down. And you might not feel much, or it might help you a lot. But what you also want to do, and this is especially going to help if you sit a lot, is turn like 45 degrees to the left, and then you do the same thing a few times, and you do it on the right side as well. That's going to get some of those side neck muscles that are going to get really tight, especially on your mouse arm. Or anything, if you have a job where you have to reach out in front of you constantly, there you go. Then that's going to be your bad side. So turning against your bad side is going to be what really stretches it out. For me, it's my right side is my worst side. There are several different muscle building exercises you can do to help cement this stuff, but like I prescribe to the idea that basically the best thing you can do for being able to support the good posture that you're now stretching and becoming capable of is face pulls, where you take an exercise band. They're really cheap. You can get them on Amazon. Get an exercise band. You just loop that around something sturdy. A banister, a pull-up bar is what I use. If you have like a pole in your house or something, like a pillar, you can use that. And you just elbows in front of you, bands in your hand, thumbs pointing behind you. You bring it straight back as far as you can go, and you engage all of your back muscles, and you keep it strong, and you hold it for a good few slow count seconds, and you release it. And you do about 12 of those. You probably want to be doing that several times a week. You can do more than one set of it if you get very strong at it. But always start off with it being too easy. Stand close to it so that you can get the full range of motion all the way to the back. And then if you do that a few times and you're not really feeling anything at all, step just a little bit farther back and a little bit farther back. Some people's mistake on it is that they pull it and they can't get it all the way back, but they're still feeling like they're really working their muscles. That's not doing nothing for you, but you want to get those deep muscles. You want to be able to pinch the shoulder blade muscles right in like the base of your neck together. And this is what you're strengthening, because getting those muscles strong is going to help maintain good posture, whether you're sitting, standing, doing anything for a longer period of time. And that's going to keep a lot of the soreness from happening in the first place. And if you want to go watch videos on this that can show you physical demonstrations and teach you a lot more about this, look up Athlean X on YouTube. It's a great YouTube channel for workout stuff. And they especially have a lot of very good stuff for fixing posture and undoing the damage of sitting and stuff like that. Yeah, I have to be more educated than the average person on this because I've got EDS. That's true. So I really recommend. Okay, I have some nice resistance bands I can use. See, there you go. There's so many good things you can do with resistance bands to really fix up your posture. Love from Lithuania? Oh, that's cool. I don't have many Lithuanian fans. How's the Baltic this time of the year? You know, latitude-wise, you're probably on the same elevation as a lot of Canada. Although I'm sure I'm farther south than you. I'm in like the southernmost point of Canada, pretty much. Almost. Not the absolute most southern point. That'd be like Windsor. Alright, we're evolving. Sorry, I had to take a little break to try and help out the chat. I'm a professional sitter? Kind of. Any tips for fixing posture throughout the day, whether you're sitting or standing? Obviously, everything I just said still applies, even if you aren't like sitting constantly for your day. And especially the face pulls thing. The face pulls thing is going to help everybody on the planet with their posture, because building up the strength in those very top core muscles of the back, right at the base of the neck, that brings your collarbone forward, it brings your shoulders back, and it just aligns your spine how it should be. So that's going to help you a ton in general. But if you're talking like posture while standing as well, look into leg stretches and hip stretches. Those can probably do you a lot of good, because when you start getting like tight hamstrings and stuff, it'll kind of pull your body forward. Yeah, look into that. Do I even want submission? What a garbage move. I like type variety, but I'm not going to use it. I hate that move. Would you ever visit the States? I'm planning on moving to the United States, so yes. And I've also been to the United States. God damn it, I keep hitting X thinking that's to open my menu. Yeah, exactly. I can just get Brick Break anyway. It's just a better move. Isn't it more power? And it doesn't miss? Or it has 100 accuracy. Not quite the same thing. And no recoil damage. A submission is such a trash move. Did they ever make that move better? Because goddamn, it sucks. Man, I haven't played Beat Cop in forever. Is that game good? I think I only ever played the pre-release stuff, and I remember thinking it was pretty fun. Slightly less power? Oh, you know what? Yeah, 75 instead of 80. But, like, honestly, Brick Break is a better move on almost every level, either than a minuscule difference in damage. All right, I know I obviously don't need to fight this guy. I'm fighting this guy, though. Submission's only good for doubles, I think. Oh, does it, like, hurt both enemies? That doesn't even make sense. Oh, wait, wrong move. Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, like, nothing about submission makes sense. Like, why does submission do recoil damage? The idea of a submission hold is that you're applying a hold to someone that doesn't hurt yourself. You're not striking them and hurting your hands or your elbows or your knees. You're applying a stretch or a joint lock to them. You're thinking of the one that replaces you with the doll. Oh, Substitute, yeah. No, Substitute's really good. Substitute's got a lot of uses. Weirdly enough, it actually has a lot of uses in casual play too, because the AI in a lot of Pokemon games doesn't really know how to handle Substitute, and they'll continue to use status affliction moves, not knowing that it doesn't work when you have Substitute up. They show it as an extended wheel throw? The hell? A submission is not a throw. That's crazy. So I can't be the only one who, when I'm playing Pokemon and I see Body Slam, I think of like, you know, like a pro wrestling scoop slam, which is also just called a body slam. I think, like, the Pokemon I'm using, like, Poliwrath, when he body slams, he is definitely picking the Pokemon up, turning them upside down, and then slamming them down on their back, you know, scoop slam style. Frog Splash? Is that what you think of with Body Slam? Okay, here's a question. What Pokemon moves do you think of as a wrestling move? Submission is called Hell Wheel in Japanese. Okay, so it is probably just a bad translation then. That makes sense. Hell Wheel. Was Hell Wheel the name of, like a wrestling move in Japan? Like someone's finish? Froggy Bow? Okay, well the Froggy Bow is cool as hell. So when I hear Hell Wheel, I think of like a spinning wheel kick, but it's probably not that. I mean, you said it was like a throw, right? If it's a throw, are we talking like a watermill slam or a water wheel slam, which is kind of like an Alabama slam, but it's like an older Japanese move? Jumping on my sibling to wake them up when I was younger. See, I think that non-wrestling fans, when they think of body slam, they think of a splash, which is what non-wrestling fans usually think a body slam is when the dude jumps off the ropes and lands like chest first on them, right? I think non-wrestling fans usually think that's a body slam, but no, that's called a splash. And if you do it to a standing opponent, then that's a crossbody, like what Halucha does. Halucha does a crossbody, right? It's called like flying press, because in Japanese wrestling, a crossbody is called a flying body press. With flying press, yeah. Cross chop? Oh yeah. I think when I think of cross chop, I think like the Tracy Smothers special, right? You know, you cross your hands and jab it into the throat. Because that's sometimes called a cross chop. I only know the Flying Dutchman. What the fuck is the Flying Dutchman? Wasn't that the name of like a Dutch ship? I have no idea what you're talking about, just happy to be here. Yeah, no, that happens when wrestling talk comes up sometimes. Darkest Lariat is definitely wrestling. Yeah, that's a running clothesline. Would I get ID claimed if I showed you guys what Stan Hansen's Lariat looks like? Because that's what the Darkest Lariat's based off of. It's very specifically Stan Hansen in the 90s throwing a clothesline in Japanese wrestling. Hellwheel's grabbing technique, where you grab someone by the neck and legs and drive them face down while grabbing their lower body. Not practical in MMA, it's a lucha move. I would need to see a picture of what that looks like, and then I could probably tell you what the wrestling name for it is in English. Because Lucha Libre tends to use their own names. It's not like Japanese wrestling, where all of Japanese wrestling is called in English. In Lucha, it's in Spanish. Even if it's an extended wheel throw, why would it do recoil? I don't know, that's why I gotta see what it looks like. You know? Like grabbing someone by the neck and the legs, drive them face down while grabbing their lower body. That could be fucking anything. Bite was inspired by Mike Tyson, so that one's boxing? Alright, that's pretty funny. Yeah, would I get ID claimed if I just showed you Stan Hansen? I mean, that's All Japan. I don't think people get ID claimed for old clips of All Japan in the 90s, do they? It's not like it's a New Japan. New Japan will ID claim you for breathing near them. Continental Crush has to be a submission move in wrestling. Not unless someone individually named their finisher that. Here's something you gotta know about wrestling. Every move has at least one name, sometimes more than one. That's like a technical name to describe it. But then if it's like someone's signature move, if someone does their own twist on that move and that's like part of their main repertoire, they might have a unique name for it, you know? Like there's a slam called the Uranagi. It's a Japanese judo throw. But in wrestling, it's sometimes called rock bottom because The Rock used to do it. It's a Uranagi. Everybody knows it's a Uranagi, but when The Rock does it, it's called rock bottom because that's his signature move. You know, the stunner is the Stone Cold Stunner because Stone Cold did it. When Viscera did the Samoan drop, it was called the Ghetto Drop. What's the other name for the Holocaust? It's a Falcon Arrow. Yeah, the move that Hardcore Holly had, that was called the Holly Cost. That move is normally just called Falcon Arrow. Oh, yeah. More Goemon music. This is Transformed Odio Castle, Part 2. RKO, yeah, RKO is a jumping cutter. Sometimes called a diamond cutter by Diamond Dallas Page. Or the originator of it was the Ace Crusher, where he did it with one hand, and sometimes with a pop-up first. He did it one hand over in New Japan. That was John Laurinaitis, or Johnny Ace, as some people know him. Then the two-handed version, where it's a cravat, got popularized by Diamond Dallas Page in the 90s, mostly, in WCW. And then the third version of it that got very famous was Randy Orton's RKO, which is a jumping cutter. Now, he used to jump and do it one-armed, like Johnny Ace, but with the jump. But later, as he had shoulder issues that got worse and worse, he turned it into a two-handed thing, more like the diamond cutter, but still with a jump. So how Randy has done the RKO really changed over the years. Mostly because he injured his shoulder pretty bad. He's always had issues with hyperextending his shoulders. In Hellwheel, you use your own legs to grab their neck, not grabbing their neck. And okay, hold on. Is what's being described as a Hellwheel a Hurricanrana? Is it you jump on their shoulders, you hook them around the neck with your legs, and then you fall backwards and you flip them with your leg strength? Because that's, in Lucha Libre, that's a Hurricanrana. In American wrestling, you might call that a Frankensteiner, because Scott Steiner made that famous. Hey, when people say everybody did a cutter, it's not Randy Orton stole it from him. Wait, hold on, let me reread that. Hey, when people say everybody who did a cutter, that's not Randy Orton stole it from him. Okay, sorry, I read that wrong the first time. I haven't seen people say that, but that's like a total... That's one of those WWE brain takes. Here's the thing about pro wrestling is, there is a sizable amount of pro wrestling fans who have only ever seen the WWE, and their only knowledge of pro wrestling outside of WWE is what WWE tells them in documentaries, which is largely propaganda. Because WWE has an enormous amount of the English wrestling market share. And so there's a lot of wrestling fans who only watch WWE, and they don't know that there's a whole wrestling ecosystem and a world outside of that. It's kind of like if you watched movies and you love movies, but you only watched one company's movies. And so you have a very warped view of the medium of movies as a whole. And there's nothing wrong with being a fan of WWE. Obviously, I like the WWE as well, even if I don't really watch it all that much. But I'm more so a huge fan of professional wrestling as a whole, which is why I watch tons of companies, big and small. That is true. Scott Steiner also has his own form of math. Scott Steiner also invented the 450 splash, by the way, if you didn't know that. The first ever recorded 450 splash was Scott Steiner. Now, his was a little different. He, like, toe-touched the ground on the way down. But it was... Without a doubt, it's a 450 splash. I think they called it like a 1.5 splash at the time. That's actually a real thing. Hollywood, which dominates the English market, is often used as shorthand for all movies. Kind of, but much more extreme. In pro wrestling, it's much more extreme than it is with movies. I hear you say WWE. Was I wrong? Was I told wrong when I heard they had permission to go back to WWF? Yes, you were told wrong. They lost a lawsuit for that. WWE in 2001 or 2002 made the very stupid decision to try and fight the WWF, like the World Wildlife Fund, on the name. And unfortunately, the World Wildlife Fund had the name longer. And so they won, and so in 2002, they had to change the name to WWE. When you first got into wrestling, it took me a while to realize some moves are the same, but the name changes when certain wrestlers do it. Yeah. Usually a guy's finishing move, they've got a special name for. Not always, but usually. Name a wrestler, I'll tell you what their finisher is. If they only have one, sometimes they got multiple. Although, if it's like a modern WWE wrestler who hasn't been wrestling more than 5 years, I probably don't know they exist, I'm gonna be honest. You know, like if you mention like a modern day NXT trainee who's, you know, was playing tennis last year, I probably don't know. Good thing he wasn't Scott Boner, or he'd have to do the Frankenboner. The fuck? CM Punk Kappa, well, I'll have you know, he actually stole the Go to Sleep from Kenta, from Pro Wrestling Noah. I mean, he did, yes, but... Hornswoggle, okay, Tadpole Splash. Funkadactyl finisher. Okay, I'm guessing you mean Brodus Clay, also known as Tyrus. Unless you mean literally the Funkadactyls like Cameron and Naomi. Well, Naomi's finisher is the rear view. She's also got the Slay Mission. Cameron, was it called Girl Yes? I want to say she had like a jumping Mickey DDT. She also had the split-legged leg drop pin, but I don't think that was the finish. I think that was a sig. And if you're talking about Brodus Clay / Tyrus, then he had Splat, which was a running crossbody. Sometimes they also called his splash that. He also had a heart punch that he did in NXT for a short time. I don't think that had a special name. And he also did the Iron Claw for a while. In NWA, he mostly did the splash and the heart punch. Matt Hardy? Oh, well, obviously Matt Hardy does the Twist of Fate. Okay, we are a way lower level than his team, and I kind of feel like I should just do the fight. Look, maybe this is going to be a big, stupid disaster, and I'm about to lose a bunch of Pokemon, but you got to take a risk sometimes, right? Let's just do it. I am Blaine, the red hot leader. Ooh, Red Skull. What about my super chat? Oh, sorry. Let me scroll a little. For the leader, don't forget you allow items. Oh yeah, I forgot I said that. Have I even used an item in battle the whole time? Maybe I just shouldn't. I don't know. I haven't needed it yet. You're rigging the poll. Oh, well. Well, so far, one or none is winning. The poll, for those of you watching on the YouTube recording later, is how many of my Pokemon are going to faint, right? So far, 60... Oh, Jesus, 6-7. Right now, 6-7% are voting one or none. I love AEW. Yeah, me too. That's a really good company. They put on, man, like, okay, TNA has like a really good track record modern day of great pay-per-views, but AEW, every pay-per-view they do feels like a huge deal. Like, every match is killer, the stories are on point. I like Dynamite a lot, but like, there's criticism of Dynamite. The pay-per-views AEW puts on, like, hot damn, they do a really truly amazing job of making all the pay-per-views top to bottom feel like they really matter and they're really good. It's not like WWE pay-per-views where it's really hit and miss and you get at least one shitter match every time. But then again, WWE puts on more pay-per-views than AEW does, so AEW has longer to build shit up, you know? But that's the thing, is like, even when I'm not watching a Dynamite like week to week, if I tune in for a pay-per-view and I haven't watched AEW in a couple months, and I don't know the story going in, I still have an awesome time. Oh, you're right, I should have used Rain Dance. Favorite women's wrestler of all time? Probably Serena Deeb. Oh, I got burned. I can at least afford to set up a Rain Dance. Oh, no, I shouldn't set up... Well... Okay. Rain Dance isn't gonna help me... with... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Rain Dance is not going to help Poco Loco much, unless he's fire blasting me anyway, which he might, just because our defense is lower than our special defense. You have a burn... I hope you have a burn heal, Blaine. Yeah. Or you better have a burn heal, that's right. Yeah, he's fire blasting me. Oh my god! That did so much more than I was ready for. God damn! Oh, it's okay, guys. The leftovers will save us. All right, that burn may lead to a death. I should have had someone on my team that I'm willing to let die so I can get a free switch. Yeah, I could use a potion. Do I have, like, a full restore? I should have bought one. Oh, I do have a full restore. I could full restore Gym Lead. You found Hell Wheels? Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think for my first run, I am okay with items in battle. But next Pokemon Challenge I do, or next Nuzlocke I do, I think... Oh! I think no items in battle, and I'm gonna be on set style. That'll make it a lot harder. Can you use a max revive on a regular unfainted Pokemon? No, you can only use it if they're fainted, and I mean, revives you just can't use in a Nuzlocke. I feel like that's against the spirit of the Nuzlocke, you know what I mean? I can't afford to Rain Dance here. I gotta just surf. Alright, I don't see any way of getting through this fight without a Pokemon fainting. I got crit. I think we're party wiping, everybody! That crit is so bad. I don't think we're one-shotting it with Psychic from Cool Spot. There's a chance Big Man Kev is faster and can wear it down, and then Psychic might beat it. Oh, okay, hold on. That was a good miss. That wasn't great damage, but he's out of Fire Blasts. Man, we spent so long on that fucking Poliwhirl just to lose it. Hey, at least we got a good water type in that Tentacool. We can replace him. That's not a big deal. He's gonna fucking Hyper Potion. I'm not dumb. If he doesn't have Fire Blast anymore, and I've already lowered his attack because of Intimidate, I'm gonna get a Sand Attack on him and then fly again. Aha! I could heal Graveler, that's true. He can't Fire Blast me now, so he'll just bite instead. Yeah, I lost Big Man Kev. We've had him almost the whole run. I don't have many healing items. I'm so used to not having to buy a whole lot of healing items because it's never that far to go to the Poke Center in a solo run, you know? Okay, we're in the clear now, unless he gets very lucky on crits. Yeah, Bite's special, which is why he's using it. That did a lot more than the previous bite. Fuck. Well, I don't want him to bite either of these two. Guess Super Potion. Hope he misses. I'm running the risk of him critting every turn that I do this. This is bad. Dude, just miss. Oh, he's hurting me more. Is this gonna be a wipe? No, it can't be a wipe at this point because my, I don't think he can extreme speed to one-shot my, my Alakazam. I don't think it would be enough for a one-shot. Fuck. Okay, Super Potion's not gonna do it this turn. I don't want to let Poco Loco go down. He's been too useful. Fuck. 11 levels lower, that's true. Well, the whole gym was so easy. Do I sacrifice Shadow? No, Poco Loco is not as good overall Shadow. I guess I gotta sacrifice him. And then just have Alakazam finish it. Because we should be faster. So the only way he could be faster is if he uses extreme speed. Yeah. Man, it happens. I knew the risk going in. Yeah, you walked in, saw a sacrifice. We had to on that one, yeah. Out of good healing items. I was gonna faint the next turn anyway. Yeah, we doubled the death count. We're at 6 now. Hold on, let me change it. There we go. We gotta have some risk in the playthrough, right? Yay. Only half our team died. We saved the really valuable ones. I guess I could go to the Sevi Islands, but I'm good. Okay, Kev died. Poco Loco. Oh, I need to get the item off him. There we go. And him. Okay. Box 1. Who are our new Pokemon? Okay, well, no brainer. We're taking Exadream. We need a Tentacool. That's a fantastic Pokemon. Maybe my chance to be on the team is Electrode. We do have Voltorb. Okay, does it even know any electric moves in this game? Either than Charge? Because it didn't in Gen 1. I don't think it did in Gen 2 either. You sent them to the wrong box? What? No, I didn't. They're in the right box. Okay. Oh, Snorlax, that's a... Yeah, no, Snorlax is an obvious pick. That's right. Aerodactyl! Yeah, that'll be our new flying type. Okay, you know what? I think our team just got upgraded. Yeah, they gotta be leveled a little bit. But I think this is overall an upgrade for the team. I didn't want to be useful so soon. Okay, well, one leftovers obviously goes to... Snorlax, because he can make good use of that. The other one, for now, is gonna go to visual stuff. Okay, fly. Surf. Okay, we just got some good moves. Stream just choked, had to reboot Firefox. Voltorb gets Spark, that's it. Ugh. Here we go. Wow. Level 5. God damn, that needs some level ups. Yeah, Snorlax does learn Surf. He's just not very good with it. He's not much of a special attacker. Man, we've, like, already cleared out so many of the trainers that I want to fight. But, like, I need experience. So I guess we'll go out here. I know there's some trainers here I haven't done. Did you get the experience share? No. Can you even get it without breaking Nuzlocke rolls? Eventually. It's not easy, though. Yeah, that is true. Rhydon learned Surf for some reason. Oh, come on. yeah, I can't synchronize a coughing. All right, yep, one shot, easy. And then I gotta switch back. And then I gotta switch back again. And then I one shot, and he levels up, but I gotta switch. And then I gotta switch again. I'm a little worried about Alakazam, actually, so I'm gonna send in something else. Hope none of these dudes know, like, Explosion. What is their poison luck today? What is going on? I don't think that's a one-shot. Yeah. Man. Fine, I'll send in Shadow. Smokescreen, you asshole. Yeah, what are you gonna do to me? I'm poison type. You're not gonna do shit. Oh, fighting poison types. How fun. Oh, don't you minimize! Ah, God, he disabled. There. And now we have to fly back because he paralyzed, fucked up a bunch of our team. Doesn't Regice only have Explosion at level 5? Yes, that is true. I had to rare candy it up to, I think, 6 to make it learn a move in a run once. Because I wanted the run to not be literally impossible. I have nothing with cut on me. It doesn't matter. You can't see this far? Okay. Fight me. Fight me. Fight me. Oh, yeah, I guess the 34% who, or 35% on my end who voted 2 or more won the poll. I will end the poll. All right, chat. Can you think of another poll? I don't know if you settled on rare candies, and it'd be cool to see you use them just to catch up the rest of the team. I mean, I probably should, shouldn't I? Just to, like, catch up the Pokemon that I had to bring out of the PC to be on par with the team. Like, would anyone... Okay, I was gonna say, would anyone crucify me if I used rare candies to make it so that my Aerodactyl is level 30? And, like, the reasonable answer is probably no, but the real answer is yes, some people would crucify me for that. Some people are incredibly sensitive to that shit. I don't get it. It makes the run harder, considering I won't have as many effort values as early. It also makes it way less boring to watch. And this is a spectator sport. This is not me playing alone. This is entertainment for you guys. So there's more to consider than just the purest of pure challenge. Pull for candies. I think I did that before, and people are generally pro candy, but there's enough people that are anti-candy that I don't want to just immediately say, fuck you. Because it's like, okay, I want to at least try without candies. But I feel like when you're this deep in the run, and you know that I'm just wasting the experience from this, because these trainers, you know, they're not going to last forever, and then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use the Versa Seeker to grind, which is slower. Ow. I think my biggest problem for both the pro and anti-rare candy camp is they both make a whole lot of hypothetical arguments. They both make a bunch of arguments based on, well, if you were allowed to do this, then you could just do this, and this would suck. To which my response is, yeah, but I can just choose not to do that, you know? Like, a lot of what I see from the anti-rare candy camp is, yeah, but if you could just rare candy, then you, what was it? If you could just rare candy, then you could just candy the team up too high to an unreasonable level, and there's no challenge anymore. Yeah, but you could just choose not to do that. You could just candy up to a reasonable level instead, you know? And then there's people who are pro-rare candy that are like, well, yeah, but like hypothetically the optimal way to play is to go back to a place where the Pokemon are like level 2, and you grind there the whole time because there's no danger, and you would eventually get to the same end result, but it would be even easier and more time consuming because you would have effort values. To which my response is, yeah, but you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna go back to Route 1 and grind on level 2 Pidgeys to get your fucking, when you lose to the 7th gym and you need to get your team back up to level 40. You're not gonna do that. So how about we argue based on what's practical and what you're actually reasonably going to do? You know? Personally, I'm anti-rare candy because while you're grinding, it gives you time to go on wrestling tangents. I think we have established that I can go on wrestling tangents when not grinding. I just went on a wrestling tangent for the entirety of the fire gym when all I was doing was fighting through the trainers. Oh, that's another one, is people are like, oh, but if you just rare candy, then it's gonna naturally lead to skipping all the trainers. No, it's not. I can just fight the trainers because I keep saying out loud, I think fighting the trainers is fun, and that's part of the challenge. I can use rare candies, and I can fight the trainers because I won't be on an unreasonable level, and thus the experience from the trainers is not a problem. Novel concept. If the problem that makes you think, I don't like this, is the player is now allowed to do something stupid that I wouldn't like, it's not a real problem. They can simply choose not to do the stupid thing that you don't like. All right, who's at the front of my party? Okay, it is still, okay, cool. Do we have 7 badges? No. We still have to get the Psychic Gym badge from Silphco. Or by beating Silphco and then going to the Psychic Gym, rather. You can't go into that gym until you've beaten Silphco. Yeah, 6 badges, yeah. Rare candy to like 30 so they can fight the trainers around here would be reasonable. I agree. How about I do a poll and ask, I'm going to ask, would rare candying up to level 30 be reasonable in this session? Very specific. And it's just a yes-no poll. Gimme your opinions. If yes wins, but it doesn't win by much, I'm just doing no. It's gotta be a fairly overwhelming yes win before I will actually consider it. For this stream, at least. This is not automatic majority rule. This is I am gauging relative on what you guys would prefer. Is that our only dark move? That bite that we just got? Well, so far it's 98% yes, with 49 votes, which is almost half the chat. We got 115 people in right now, according to what YouTube is currently telling me. Jesus, I didn't think it would be that steep. I guess even some of the anti-people think that with these specifications, it's reasonable. It'll be so useful on a physical attacker in Gen 3. I know, right? Rare candies to catch up is exactly how I think they should be used. That's the thing, though, is like, I was so specific in previous episodes that is what I would use it for. Like, I was really clear as to what use for them I think is appropriate. And the people who fought against it are still vehemently against it. I don't get it. I get it to some degree. I mean, the people who say that's cheating, that is against the spirit of the Nuzlocke, I think that's stupid. You come up with your own rules. There is nothing about that in the original rules of Nuzlocks. I think people are just so used to watching like hardcore Nuzlocks that they don't really know what the original rules were anymore. And also, a lot of hardcore Nuzlockers use rare candies as well. All right, there's some PowerPoint ups up here. One is like down here. I'm getting close to the point that I think I could at least fight some of these trainers. Fucking whirlwind? Okay. Yeah, these bird trainers are just not that dangerous. What happened? Oh, we lost half our team in the fire gym. I decided, you know what? I know we're a way lower level, but we gotta have some danger. And I did it, and it went really, really well until RK9. And it would have been worse if I didn't have healing items. And I think that this is... Oh, is it not right? Hold on. Is it really not right here? Maybe that's where it is in regular red. Oh, it's probably down there. Yeah, we lost Kev. You know what? How much damage does he do to me if I just commit here? Oh, we're good. Cool. I don't want to commit to fighting all of them like that, though. That's just dangerous. All right, well, it's 97% in favor of rare candies right now. When they say the spirit of the Nuzlocke, they mean the creepy ghost girl. The creepypasta ghost behind you. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the creepy ghost girl from Platinum for a second. Wait, was that Platinum? I think that was Platinum. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I prefer speed up as a compromise. Okay, speed up is not a compromise on rare candies. Like, not even remotely close. The difference between speed up grinding and rare candying is literally tens of hours. There's the PowerPoint up. The creepy ghost girl from Nancy Drew. Ah, a man of taste, a man of culture. Was it in the mansion? I thought it was like in just a random house. There's a ghost girl in X and Y. Oh. Is it related to the one in Gen 4? Gen 6 ghost girl, no, you're not the one. Okay. Yeah, I remember that one too. Why we got more votes than likes on the stream? Hey, that's a good point. That's funny. How many votes do we have? 71. That's pretty good. That's like 2/3 of the chat voted. It's pretty hard to get that many people to vote. Because, you know, a lot of people are just, you know, they're watching on TV, they're watching on their phone while they're doing chores, whatever. Like or perish. That's the tagline to the stream. Alright, I gotta go heal. Would hype if you could. Understandable. I'm already getting neck pain. Just a little shooting pain right in the base of my neck. I just got over like a 4-day-long sore neck. Yeah, I can feel that tightness when I tuck my head down. I can feel that pulling up in here. Ugh. I wasn't doing my full workout routine for like a month because of just constant health issues. That and being busy working like literally nonstop. It's bad though. I need to get right back on with it because it's been bad for my body. I have to be stricter about that. The Ehlers-Danlos doesn't really give me that wiggle room, you know? Was it this house or... Is there a fisherman who lives... Oh no, it's the move deleter that lives here. That's right. My bad. The fisherman lives over there. The good rod guy. It's this guy. Oh, I already got it from him. And I have the super rod. And I think I got the old rod as well. Okay. God, I love this song. This is more Goemon music. I should probably put more Goemon music in the playlist. Got one in the side back of my neck on the left side sometimes. Usually just stays for a couple weeks. Got it checked out. Pinched nerves. Yep. Yeah, I have a pinched nerve issue that's like from a degraded neck on the right side here. It fucking sucks. It's like a chronic pinched nerve issue. That's what had the hospital so worried about my heart back in 2022. And I was bedridden from September to December. That fucking sucked. Because they thought it was my heart, so I didn't have permission to do anything. But thankfully, eventually I got the cardiologist cleared me that it's not my heart, and I was allowed to do things again, although it was pretty rough. Because I would get a lot of tightness and sharp pains, like right here in my chest on the center left side. So naturally, they were worried about my heart. No, it's that the right side of my neck is messed up. And that explains why I would also get like tingling and a little numbness in my fingers and my hands on my left side when it gets bad, which I still get sometimes. It's because the right side of your neck is what's controlling the left side of your like torso and hand. So yeah, it wasn't my heart. I understand why they thought that. The more annoying part is like a couple years later when I had other health issues, which ended up being unrelated. They thought it was my fucking heart again and sent me to the cardiologist again, even though I was telling them, hey, it's not my heart. The last time I saw the cardiologist, he said my heart was actually very healthy because I was doing cardio at the time, like routinely, like almost every day I was doing high knees and shit. So he sends me to the cardiologist again. I got to do all these fucking tests again. I had to do the incline treadmill and everything. I do months of tests. I see the same cardiologist, and he's like, yeah, again, it's not your heart. In the end, though, it was a good thing he sent me, though, because both times I saw the cardiologist, yeah, it took months before I actually saw him. I had to do a bunch of tests first. But both times the cardiologist said, well, it's not your heart, but your symptoms sound like this. Have you looked into this? And both times he was right. The first time, he's like, it's not your heart, but have you ever asked your doctor about a nerve conduction test? This sounds like a nerve issue. And I was like, no, I haven't. And he told me about it a little bit, and I told my doctor about it. My doctor was like, I'm going to be honest, it might be like a year before you can get a nerve conduction test. I can put in a referral, but in the meantime, why don't you see a physiotherapist? We have one in the building. And I was like, if you could send me a referral, yeah. And I went to the physiotherapist. Within 10 minutes, the physiotherapist looked at me and she was like, your right shoulder sits higher than your left shoulder. And I'm like, really? And then she took me over to like the skeleton diagram. She showed me the nerves and she was like, yeah, like you have like cervical radiculopathy because I had an MRI and that's what it found. And you have Ehlers-Danlos. So she looked at my Ehlers-Danlos and my, like the diagnosis and the cervical radiculopathy thing that the note she got from the doctor. And she was like, okay, yeah, I can work on you. And like, she helped so much. I came back to work way too early, which was bad for my health, but like I had to. Bills had to get paid. Like, come on. I wasn't gonna just say fucking give me money forever. I just worked. And then a couple years later, I go to the cardiologist again because I passed out at home a couple times and they sent me to the doctor and they were worried about my fucking heart again. I said, it's not my heart. And they're like, no, we're sending you to like, we're sending you up with all these specialists. Fine. I appreciate that they care. See the cardiologist. It's like, well, it's not your heart. Your heart's still good. But have you seen a GI? And I was like, actually, I have an appointment upcoming with the GI to get a colonoscopy. And he's like, good. Because this passing out thing, he said, like, your digestive tract is very closely tied with like your heart. And you can, and like these things that you're talking about where like you stretched and then you passed out shortly after and everything, the compression, this could be something with your GI tract. And he was right. Again. I don't even want to see a doctor anymore. I just want to see that cardiologist every time. Okay, he is a doctor, but you know what I mean? Can he just be like my fucking family doctor, please? Because that dude is a wizard. MDB is never in pain and always begging for money and never works. That's true. That is true. I am never working, which is why I am always free, and I have never been in pain before. And I'm always begging for money. Don't forget, guys, to get the hype train up to level 100. If you don't get the hype train to level 100, I'm not uploading the next video. This is 2013 YouTube now. Come on, guys, get this to 5 million likes and I'll drop the next video. I'm holding it hostage. You better like the video. All right, I haven't even done a poll. I don't know. I don't know what poll to do. Shut up, MDB. Take my money. Well, you gotta send money for. Oh, well, you did send money today. You did send a $5 earlier. That does make sense. I will take that money. I will not shut up. Wasn't that DSP? DPS? Dark Phil side. No, I don't think DSP begs for likes. He does try to guilt trip people for money. And I mean that literally. I mean, like, this month he was on stream bitching and saying, I haven't gotten enough money by the 1 hour mark of this stream. Send me money. You better send me money. I really need the money. Have you ever in your life watched an MDB stream in which I got no donations and I was like, guys, you're not sending me any money. You gotta send me more money or I'm not gonna keep streaming. Dude. If I ever say, you're not sending me enough money, please stop watching. Like, that's... I do the show for free. You tip out of the kindness of your heart, and I'm not gonna be an asshole about it. Like, man, I'll be honest that I'm fundraising and everything, but I'm not gonna guilt you for not throwing money in the tip jar. That's fucked up. Let's candy these baby months. Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time. I think at this point, like, come on, it's 94% on the poll. With 82 votes, there's 118 people watching. It's the vast majority. I get the feeling that the majority of people who are so unbelievably anti-rare candy already stopped watching when they saw me use a full restore in battle. Okay. MD beggar fans rise up. Alright, hold on. I gotta go to the rare candy file. Rare candy cheats. Here it is for Fire Red. I just keep it in a text document. It's for work. It's in my work folder. There we go. I hit that, and I think if I check the PC, that will have worked. Yay! Yay! Look at all those rare candies, everybody! It's, we can get question mark 35 rare candies. I'll just grab a cool 80. The question mark, I know. Yeah, I fucking annihilated the PC. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. Okay. Level 30 is gonna be our current minimum. We're all cool with that? That seems like a fair number? That seems like a fair number. It's well below what the enemies have. I'm never using supersonic. Ancient Power. Now that does have some use, because that's not special in this game. I guess I'll get rid of Bite. The type variety is kind of nice, but I'm really not a special attacker. Had the death count go up to 6? Fire Gem. It was the Arcanine. It was just the Arcanine. For the record, by the way, I'm hitting the save state button several times while I'm doing these rare candies because I'm paranoid about accidentally using too many candies when I'm not paying attention. And I want to make sure that if I use too many candies, I can reload to, you know, undo that and fix it. I guess I might use Acid at some point. But you don't really fight all that many grass types that aren't also poison in this game. I'm never going to use Bubble Beam. I got Surf. Hey, doesn't he evolve at level 31? No, I'm not learning Rap. Oh, he lives at level 30. Okay, cool. We got our Tentacruel. Yay! No, do not learn Rap. Stop with this. 57 special attack. Not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. He's Naughty Nature. What's Naughty again, chat? God damn, Alakazam hits hard. There's a cheat that makes them appear in marts. I don't care if it fucks up the PC. It's just a visual bug in the PC. It doesn't, like, break the game. What's your favorite food? Spätzle. Homemade Spätzle. Attack up, special defense down. Oh, I don't like that nature at all for a Tentacool, but, like, still good Pokemon. Naughty means they're not getting gifts from Santa. Alakazam's 15 levels higher than everyone else? Yeah, I mean, he's the best on the team. It makes sense. As in the German dish Spätzle? Well, mine is more like Polish Slovak, yeah, but yes. Sometimes when my girlfriend makes it, she does kind of more of a German style, because she's German. She's like German and Chinese, but like culturally, she's very German. She grew up with her German grandparents. We need 11 more Pokemon before we can get experience share. Oh, that's true. I could teach a Sludge Bomb to make use of the attack up. Potentially. Well, hold on. What are its stats? You know what? Its attack is actually higher than its special attack right now. Huh. Do I have the TM for Sludge Bomb? I don't remember where you get that in this game. I do not have Sludge Bomb. Post-game. Okay. Ooh, I could give Brick Break to Snorlax. I think I probably should. Yeah, like, I'm probably not using Snore all that much. Maybe I'm using Snore. I don't know. I'm not using Yawn. I don't need Yawn. Hold on. I'm a tanky Pokemon. I can heal. Yawn might have some use. Nah, I'm taking Brick Break. Brick Break is a really easy TM to get because you can buy it at the store and it's pretty cheap to buy. Did any of y'all ever hear of Pokemon Fire Red Team Rocket Edition? Yes, I have a playthrough of that on this very channel. I plan to do more of it. I just haven't played it in a while. I've been very busy with the Nuzlocke and the Pokemon challenges. I've been doing a lot of really hard challenges lately. Like, I just finished doing Heart Gold with only one Shedinja. That'll go up on the YouTube channel in a couple weeks. I think it goes up next week if you watch if you're a YouTube member or you sub on Patreon. I'll have that edited next week. Would any of my Pokemon benefit from Secret Power? Because it's a solid normal move. Do you lose any new Pokemon? Yeah. Check out the death count on screen in the bottom left there. We lost 3. Yep, I think it's the last Shedinja run that's actually possible, because every other generation I can think of is impossible fairly early in the run. Like, literally impossible. He's lying, don't listen to him. He's been busy begging for money, not working. Oh, that's true, yeah. Sorry. The Pokemon challenges make themselves. I'm on the street corner begging with a cup. Yeah, so here's the thing. And you guys all play Pokemon, so if I'm wrong about any of this, by all means, let me know. I think X and Y is impossible because the desert area, there's a mandatory trainer fight there, so you'll die to the sandstorm. And I think it's always sandstorming there, but if it's not, then maybe it's possible. In the desert area, there's a mandatory trainer. You can't get Sunny Day before that fight, nor can you get safety goggles before that fight. Because safety goggles are a battle mansion item for like 48 battle points or something. I don't think that's possible, or at least reasonably possible before then, but I don't know for sure. I don't know exactly how that works. So if I'm wrong about that, let me know. I know you can't do it in Black or Black 2, because again, it's a sandstorm problem. The desert where you have a sandstorm, you have mandatory fight there either way, and you can't get Sunny Day yet. So you'll just faint there, and it's really early in the run, so I wouldn't be able to make a full video out of it. I would imagine forced double battles where there's 2 months that can hit Shedinja is also instantly impossible. No, that is not instantly impossible. If you watched my Pokemon Platinum with only Shedinja run that I did like a week or two ago, which is the hardest run I've done in years, I got past a fight where both Pokemon could hit me. It was a double battle, and yeah, where both could hit me in a double battle by using Double Team. It took forever. It took a lot of tries, but like I got past it. You can Double Team your way through that. Oh, that's true. MBD plays my challenges for me. You might be able to beat Alola? Oh, I don't know. Because I've never done a challenge on Alola. I haven't beaten it casually yet. I'm doing that right now on the channel. Pokemon Ultra Moon, A Journey. Where you can watch me and my friends playing some Pokemon Ultra Moon. It's a fun time. What was I going to say? I don't know if it's possible in Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. I haven't really thought that one through yet. I figure that might be possible, I've just never done a challenge in it. In fact, I've only ever played it in a randomizer over on Whatageek's channel. Do you think a Ditto of Ditto would be a fun run? I don't know what that is. Like, I know what Ditto is, but... Wish the Ultra games had the story of the normal versions. They'd be almost perfect. I've heard a few people say that the Ultra versions don't have as good of a story, which is very weird. I'm happy you're enjoying the Alola stuff. I've been getting a lot of people telling me they like the Alola stuff. 2 Ditto? I'm not really interested in doing Ditto runs, to be honest. They're not fun at all. Okay, I'm rambling so much. Do we just try the rival fight now? Chat, what's the level of his strongest Pokemon? I want to say it's like high 30s. Oh, man. Okay, starting with Aerodactyl makes sense to me, because he's going to start with Pidgeot, and I could Ancient Power. Pretty sure it's 40. 43. Level 40 Charizard. A Charizard 10 levels higher than me is pretty dangerous. Do I have anything for that? Exadream... I don't know, I feel like I would just faint. I don't think I'm ready for that fight yet. And we need to make sure that Aerodactyl stays pretty healthy too, because if I can outspeed Charizard with Aerodactyl and hit Ancient Power, that's probably a one-shot. It's got double type advantage plus stab plus it's physical in this game. But I don't think I'm faster than Charizard at level 30. I think I'd need to be closer to level 35 to be faster. Yeah, just gotta proc Ancient Power Omni Boost 3 times, yeah. Now, something tells me that's not gonna happen. 10% chance 3 times in a row? That'd be pretty lucky. I think the most I've gotten is 2, and I don't think it was in a row. That's why you say rare candy up to 37 or 38. I don't hate the idea, don't get me wrong. I would manually train for EVs. The EVs aren't going to make a difference at this point. It'll be very minor. I think sometimes people overestimate how many stat points you get from EVs until you're a high level. You gotta be a much higher level before the EV stat difference makes a really big difference, you know? Well, we still have more trainers to clear out, so I'm gonna go try that first. I don't think I ever fought anything on this route, by the way. Okay, so we're at 12, 12. Okay, these are both the same route. Okay, have I fought you? Nope. I guess I have to Ancient Power just because everything else is not very effective. You sonic booming bitch. That should still be a feint. Yep. My finger points. Hey, Truth, how's it going? Everyone go subscribe to Truth. His channel's very fun. Oh, yeah, Truth. I feel like we haven't talked about Elin in forever. Have you played more of it? What do you think? And I just want to fucking knock this out. It's a fisherman. I gotta level something else up then. Shadow? It's the Hedgehog Underground guy. It is the Hedgehog Underground guy. Typically every 4 effort values equals 1 stat point increase. I don't know if it's that simple. I don't know if it's that simple. Well, you did hit yourself in confusion 6 times in a row. That did happen. Yeah, that was fucking nuts. Chat was saying I think that was a 1.5% chance. That was... I'm happy at least it happened in a battle of really low consequences, you know? Like, if that happened in a gym battle, like a really important gym leader fight, that would have been miserable. Let's play Elin in, like, August. Yeah, I've been meaning to play it again. It gets updated really frequently. In fact, it just got achievements added to the game, which is pretty cool. I like it, though. It's like a really faithful sequel to Alona. It's literally in the same universe as Alona, the same towns and everything. And how cool is that? I didn't know that when I first got it. I thought it was a spiritual successor. And then I started exploring and I'm like, oh my god, I know this map. And I realized, no, it's literally a sequel to Alona. And it's like a paid video game, like a full paid video game. That's so fucking cool. Oh, Elin is cool. I started like 15 different files and just played the beginning long bit a million times on my Steam Deck and on my computer. I'm really bad about that. Just wanting to try different things at the start over and over. I gotta get a file that I really sink my teeth into. I'm bad about doing that in Alona as well sometimes. I wonder if Alona Plus development has slowed down due to Elin coming out. I don't know. EV training only matters in competitive PvP or solo runs. Yeah, pretty much. Levels of strategy matters more for Nuzlocks, yeah. Last I heard, there were different versions of Alona Plus by different devs. That is true, there are. Man, I hate that that music loop isn't longer. Ah, yes! Super Highlight! Out of Freedom! I love this song. And this one goes for like 4 minutes. EVs are really nice for when you can calculate damage ranges consistently. Yeah, see, I'm not like playing Pokemon with a damage calculator on the side. I've never used a damage calculator before. Basically playing it as an AI, yeah. Oh, I can't Nightshade a Pidgey, obviously. Sorry, I had a moment there. Oh, I can't hit him at all. I'm just gonna use Hypnosis. Ooh, my neck is getting rough. I got a little bit of pain in the sides. I can tell my posture is getting worse. Oh, let me straighten up a little. I can squeeze out a little more time like this. At 35, a speed EV trained Aerodactyl would be between 96 and 118 speed. Okay. I'm guessing that depends on the IVs. In terms of like that wide of a range. What is our speed, actually? In fact, I forgot to even check our nature. We're careful nature. Does anyone remember what that is? Our speed is 88. TAC 71. Don't know what our effort values are, though, obviously. That's EV trained versus none. Oh, okay. With hypothetically the same IVs. EV training for single stats also ages the streamer to 69 minus 180. Yeah. 96 to 118. Yeah, for real. Could you imagine having to do that every single time a Pokemon faints and you bring a new Pokemon out and then you try to optimally EV train them? That's fucking miserable. I am not doing that. I don't care if it makes the run easier. I'm getting like no experience on these trainers. I'm getting to that point where if I want to stay competitive on level, then I'm gonna have to just grind like crazy. I'm gonna have to have entire streams of grinding. Ooh. I'm not sure how many people want to watch that. That's a difficult sell, you know? Kills you how NPC trainers keep using unevolved Pokemon slowly. It is weird, isn't it? Wait a minute, this isn't Twitch? What's going on here? Oh yeah, the Pokemon streams I mostly do on YouTube. Not always on YouTube, sometimes on Twitch, but mostly on YouTube. Because I know that this is where the majority of Pokemon people know me anyway. Dream Eater, I'm good. I don't want to rely on Hypnosis just to hit a move. You gonna catch any new Pokemon? There's still some routes I could go catch new Pokemon, I just don't really feel the need to right now. Man, these fights are worth like no experience. Of all those trainers I just cleared out, I think I got 0 levels. Wait, no, I think Shadow leveled up once. Whew. So you're telling me to beat this next battle, I probably need something like 20 to 25 levels across the whole team, other than Cool Spot, to get them to the level 35-ish range. And I just fought most of the trainers in this area and got 1 level. Just rare candy to cap? Well, what would the cap be? Because I think I want to be below the cap. You guys said that the rival's best Pokemon's like level 43, I think? I'm gonna do another poll. You can't stop me. New poll, is level 37 a reasonable minimum? And if that's not reasonable to you guys, maybe we can make it lower. Rival is 40, so 38. I'm gonna go 37 as my first poll on that. And I'm curious for the no voters, because there are some no voters already. What would you prefer that I do? Would you prefer that I have a cap that's lower than that? Or would you prefer I just old school grind it? Like, you know, go somewhere with a Versus Seeker and fight a trainer over and over. You know? Yeah, I know typically the gym leader's highest Pokemon is the cap, but I would rather try it below the cap. Okay, who's out front? I guess I'll get some levels on him first. Oh, that really, really, really hurt. I forgot that some of these guys have fighting types. I should be more careful. That was almost really bad. Yeah, you're not in front anymore. Oops. Any good TMs to teach at the moment? See, that's hard to say, because I don't know how many TMs I should be teaching, just knowing that any of these Pokemon could faint, you know? But then again, it's not helping us at all if I never use them. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Not charged enough? Oh, come on. Okay. I'm gonna Ancient Power. Okay. I should probably learn Rock Slide soon, shouldn't I? It's just a solid move. Q-Pulse, what used to catch hairless Pokemon? That's great. Voting yes, but I'm on the fence. I would argue for some personal training, not EV targeted, but for EV reasons. What do you mean by personal training? Like personally figuring out, hey, I want this Pokemon to have more EVs in this category, and then I go find an easy place to grind that up? Or do you just mean like manual training? Ooh, all of them will fight. As opposed to rare candy. So you just mean like regular grinding. No reusable TMs, I know. If this game had reusable TMs, I would be a lot less careful with my TM usage, that's for sure. Alright, I'm just gonna fucking wipe him out and then go fly back to heal this poison. Maybe some push-ups. Oh, yeah. You know what? I should use the turbo controls for this more. Sometimes I simply forget because I've been doing so many DS runs lately where the turbo buttons just don't fucking work usually. Figure out what TMs you want for the Elite Four, burn the rest. Well, I don't even know what my team's gonna be when I get to the Elite Four. That's the problem. Who's to say that many of these things survive that long? You never know when, like, a crit's gonna get me, or I'm just gonna go into a fight and realize I've been unprepared. Man, that leftovers animation takes for fucking ever. That is brutal. Aerodactyl can't learn Rock Slide, but it can be used by one against you. What? It can't learn Rock Slide? What? I'm like 99% sure it can. Hold on, I'm looking this up. Did they just change what Bulbapedia looks like? I swear they just changed what Bulbapedia looks like. Rock Slide, Fire Red. Move Tutor. I knew I wasn't hallucinating. Things, is that any way you talk to your... Oh, did I call them things? Yeah, I'm never gonna use agility. Are you thinking of the original? Maybe? You can get Rock Slide in that game, I just don't know if Aerodactyl can. Where are Max Repel? Alright, everybody, I'm gonna show you where the move tutor is for Rock Slide. And it's gonna be very hard for you to understand where it is. Because I'm doing it blind. Because I just know my way around. Na 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 na. It's this guy, he's right here. Have you guys noticed that maybe I play Pokemon a lot? I can navigate the entire place blind. It's not hard. I used to play Gen 1 over and over and over on the Dodrio Tower in Pokemon Stadium when I was a kid. And they didn't change the layout for this, so like, no, it's not hard. Can't learn it in Gen 1. Oh, okay. Never seen or used the move tutor ever? Oh, they're good. They can be pretty good. It's no different than a TM. With the move tutors in this game, they teach one Pokemon one time, one move. This guy teaches Rock Slide, which is, I mean, it's probably the best rock move in this game. I don't think Stone Edge was till Gen 4. Which Stone Edge can be pretty good. I keep going over to the right thinking that I'm flying with Kev. No, my friend Pokemon is the one I'm flying with. Who died since last time I checked in on the series? Oh, we had 3 people die today. We had a rough time against Blaine's RK9. It was Big Man Kev, who was Pidgeot. Or Pidgeotto? I think he might have still been a Pidgeotto. I don't remember. We lost Gym Lead, who's our Poliwrath. And we lost... Who was the other one that we lost? Oh, I forget the name, but the Graveler. Which sucks, because if that turned into a Golem, it was going to be really good. Yeah, it was still just a Pidgeotto, that's right. Yeah, that's true. A lot of the tutors in Fire Red, Leaf Green are just TMs from Red, Blue, Yellow that don't exist anymore. You lost a water type to Blaine? Yeah. Crits hurt. Poco Loco, that's right. Yeah, we have Impossible Evolutions turned on, so Trait Evolutions just evolve by level up. Any chance left for a Star You or Star Me? I don't know. I don't think so. Well, can you get one by fishing in Celadon? Or sorry, Cerulean? I always fuck that up. Yeah, in Gen 1, the Rockslide TM, I think, is from the little girl who you can give drinks to. She gives you Ice Beam, Rockslide, and something else. Tri-Attack? Might be Tri-Attack, which Tri-Attack was trash in Gen 1. Has no secondary effect. Just a 80 power normal move. Looks like it should have a secondary effect. Doesn't. Still Leaf Green exclusive Starmie. Oh, I didn't know that's a Leaf Green exclusive. Okay. That's a shame. I like Starmie. Oh. Yeah, Big Man Kev did die. It's a shame. Okay. As much as I would love to stream for the rest of time, I'm actually having some fucking body problems right now. I'll be okay. I just need to get up. I need to go stretch out. I need to do the lacrosse ball thing on my back. I am sore. I will survive. I wish I could stream longer. But I'll be streaming again tomorrow, for sure. Today I'm gotta stretch out, get a little more food in me, do a voiceover for a challenge. And then I'll probably do some of the edit tonight, but I think I'm doing most of the edit tomorrow. Just depends on how much free time I have, really, and how capable I am of sitting. All right, yeah, this whole thing will be up on YouTube soon. I'll get it all rendered out and sent up with better quality audio and everything. And then I'll be streaming the Nuzlocke some more tomorrow. Thank you, buddy, so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.